Winter started to subside. Things became easier to open up, starting with the Chaotix who have been quarantined for the past couple of months because of the snow. They all seem to have enjoyed their time at home, some more than others. Espio has been meditating more times than he can count, which is surprising, even for him. Charmy has felt sort of bittersweet throughout the entire winter season. He hasn't really had much to do in terms of hanging out with friends. And Vector, well, he's had it tough. With opening back up the Chaotix, he didn't realize how much he left behind for the sake of relaxation. Probably explains why Espio walks in on Vector scrambling through old case files, with Charmy eating leftover Chinese food. They are rightfully confused.
Did I miss something, or...?
Nah, Vector's just stressed. Who would have thought?
You realize we've been gone for months, right? Reason being that the snow blocked the doors!
I can excuse the fact we've been gone for months. But Vector, jumping back into work is not healthy.
You think someone like him would know that already?
It's not that I needed to jump back into work. It just happened to become an obstacle at an inappropriate time. I feel obligated to get all this done.
Vector, we've spent months on cases before. Why do you feel obligated to get all of this done because of some obstacle?
Well, for one, we haven't touched these cases since we closed. Second, there's more pressing matters at hand.
Vector thinks he might miss out on his date with Miss Vanilla.
I beg your pardon?
Listen here, you little pipsqueak!
Hey! I was eating that!
Be quiet! Both of you!
Ugh, because of all this work, I feel like I'm gonna be stuck on this forever!
Can I have my food back?
All right. If you want to go out with Miss Vanilla, that's fine.
No, I can focus on this. Besides, you hate when I leave you with Charmy.
Vector!
It'll be fine. If it means you get to do what you feel like you need to do, then it's fine by me.
You really have a clever way of wording. And that cleverness is just what we need. Espio, you're in charge. I'm out.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
Vector! You still have my Chinese food!
I can get more when I get back. Just look in the fridge. There should be something.
Chinese food at 8 a.m. Who eats Chinese food at 8 in the morning?
Give me back my Chinese food, Vector!
No, I'm taking it for the road. Ooh, fortune cookie.
Shut up.
There's nothing to eat in the fridge! Please take me with you! Please!
What? No, I'm going alone.
This sucks. 5 years of detective training for this. I trained my life as a ninja, and this is what I'm repaid with. Great. I'm not even being paid minimum wage, and this is what I have to deal with.
At least bring me back some of Miss Vanilla's cooking!
No guarantee.
When will this nightmare end?
Or maybe brush your teeth so Miss Vanilla doesn't smell your gross breath!
And we will end it there. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, who are our first two suspects in the top case?
Let's see, oh! The Skunk Brothers!
What have they been charged with?
Well, mostly theft, but there's also been some charges of them working for someone higher up.
Where were they last seen?
Well, this was given to us months ago, but it says near Amy's bakery.
When exactly was this given to us?
Mid-December, right when we closed.
So they've been doing this for a couple of months now, without us physically doing anything.
Well, now we're here and able to do something about this case. So let's go investigate. We could talk to Amy and see if she knows anything about this.
We can go to her bakery. It'll be opening back up by now.
Vector approached the Rapid residence and knocked on the door. The excitement of Cream could be heard through it. Vanilla could also be heard trying to calm her down, which made Vector let out a small chuckle as Vanilla was unlocking the door. Vanilla had been hearing all about the theft cases as well, which is why it takes a while for her to open the door. As the door opened, Cream jumped on Vector.
Mr. Vector!
Whoa!
Cream, dear, it's not polite to jump on visitors.
Yeah, it's okay, Vanilla. If I was Cream, I would do the same thing.
You and my mom are going out on a special date, right?
Dear, it's more of a platonic date.
Your mom is very happy to see me too, but she's an adult and knows not to jump on visitors. And knows how to lie very well. Trust me, it takes a detective to know this sort of thing.
I'm excited to hear the story she's gonna tell me about you.
What stories, dear? Me and Mr. Vector are just running errands.
Yeah, errands like lunch. And maybe a little something for dessert.
Oh!
Mr. Vector is just joking around. We're seriously just going to run some errands, which is all.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Come on, let's get you inside. I prepared breakfast for all of us.
Ooh, what do we have on the menu?
Homemade waffles, French toast, sausage, and eggs.
The works I see. Fabulous and delicious. Let's dig in.
Vector, I need you to be very careful.
Why, it's just food. You worried I might make a mess? That's really Charmy's thing, not mine.
Oh, goodness, I'm getting over myself. Let me just heat up the kettle.
Oh, you need some help?
No, I just haven't. I mean, I didn't heat up prior to your arrival.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Vanilla.
My pleasure, Mr. Vector.
Cream, what's going on with your mom? Is she okay?
She's stressed that you guys are going out when there's still those thieves out there.
Thieves? Oh, the top case! The Skunk Brothers!
And Mr. Espio and Mr. Charmy been able to find them?
Beats me. I left them before I came here.
Smells like you got Chinese food.
Oh, that! Don't tell your mom.
I won't.
Your mom is very reasonable when it comes to her actions. She doesn't have to do all this work, but it's for a good cause.
Does everything matter so much to her? There have been times I've noticed her being quiet.
That's just who she is. You really shouldn't question her about it. This is different, though.
With the thieves?
A little bit of everything. It's either the world listens, or she listens.
My sincerest apologies. Here's some tea for you, Mr. Vector.
Oh, thank you, Miss Vanilla.
My pleasure, Mr. Vector. You make sure to eat up as well.
Don't eat too much. I still have an order I placed down at Amy's Bakery. We should stop by on our way.
Amy's Bakery? How long would it take?
Only a minute, in, then out. Why do you ask?
No reason, just wanted to make sure.
I think maybe we should take a little walk outside before we head towards our destination. You know, free our minds.
No, thank you. I'm fine.
What about you, Cream?
Sure.
What? Oh, all right.
Come on, Mom. It'll be fun.
Okay, fine. I trust you'll keep me safe.
Moments like these are hard to come by, in any general sense. Ruff and Tumble have been doing this for months, stocking up throughout the winter. They've scared civilians and have kept themselves out of the authorities' radars. No one knows how they keep getting away with all of this. Only time will tell.
This ain't no Merry Christmas.
There's no need to discuss,
You've heard us already rumble.
so be on the lookout for
Ruff and Tumble. Haha, I'm looking forward to seeing the boss's face when he sees the haul we've picked up.
How is this better than all the other hauls we've picked up?
Figure of speech, Tumble. The boss will always be happy to see our hauls.
You got that right, but there's a feeling that this might be the last of it.
We haven't been caught yet, so there's no backing down that easy.
You right, but think about it. So much is happening this day that our chances of getting caught will increase.
We find a way around. Go bad or go home. Let's come up with a motto for our sake.
We've been doing this since the new year. In the grand scheme of things,
Don't you play chicken with me, Tumble. As long as our hearts are beating, we don't give up.
alrighty then. Noon to shade, we strike.
That's what I love to hear. Let's get everything in the truck.
You don't have to tell me Ah! It's the boss!
Ah, give me that! Hey, boss.
Ruff, Tumble, what's the status?
We're getting the last of our most recent haul packed up. We've hit all shops in the local area. What's going on back at base?
The doctor is getting impatient. We're waiting for more updates, and we're cutting it short.
But me and Ruff decided we should do one last haul. We can hit up the local area again to see if there's anything we missed.
There's no time. Law enforcement would be there by now.
We haven't been caught yet. We can go overtime.
I said no! Don't make us have to come and get you!
What do we sound like to you? Children?
Apparently, you disobeyed the doctor's order.
Get everything in the truck. Let's move out.
What happened to Noon to Shade?
Early bird gets the worm. We scram once boss finds us.
Ruff, this is what we've been trying to avoid. Now you're just letting ourselves get caught?
We haven't been caught yet. We're able to get ourselves out of any situation, including life and death.
There's no way we're getting out of this alive.
Yes, there is. We've gotten ourselves out of things like this before. Why should this be any different?
You're forcing my hand, Ruff. But I guess you'll know where to point it.
That's the spirit. Get in the truck. We're out of here.
Where we hitting up first?
Let's hit up that Pink Gal's bakery. It recently opened back up. I bet some orders have been made since then.
Haven't we taken enough from her, though? And with it opening back up, it might put us at more risk.
I don't think we've taken enough. That gal can bake like she can fight, and it's worth it if it puts us at risk.
You have a weird way of seeing things, Ruff. How are you so calm about this sort of stuff?
I'm never calm, Tumble. I'm always serious. Only makes us more threatening.
I'm all for being threatening, but sometimes you need to take into account all this kind of stuff, you know?
If this is some way of making me calm down, it ain't working. At the end of the day, we're bad guys.
You're right about that. I'm sorry if I've been doubting you, Ruff.
Nah, it's all good, Tumble. The quicker we get this done, the quicker we get to go home.
Well, it all comes down to this, but not without some final twists. Amy and Big are at Amy's bakery with Blaze, who heard about the whole situation and offered to help out. As they were all fixing up the bakery, Vector, Vanilla, and Cream came in, all with shocked expressions, following behind with Espio and Charmy looking from the window. This ended up being quite the predicament. Everyone was scrambling and looking for answers, both figuratively and literally. Blaze took heed of the situation.
Can someone please explain what is happening? First this whole thing with the robberies, and now this. Let's please not make this more frustrating than it already is.
Oh, Miss Blaze, you have no idea what I've been feeling throughout this month. With things starting to open back up and more headlines of the robberies, it's been taking a toll on my health.
Miss Vanilla, this is going to be a lot for you to handle. Maybe go outside with Cream and try to calm down.
Yeah, Mom. Let's give you some space.
Oh, let me come as well. I can help.
No, Mr. Vector, I don't know how you think I'm going to forgive you for this. And at this point, I'm not going to act like I care. That'll be enough out of you.
How could you say that?
Come here, Cream. You'll be all right.
You better apologize, Mr. Vector, Mom.
I tried helping. I offered my help. You deny it.
You thought this would help. It didn't. I can't see how you think it would.
He kept you safe, didn't he? Least he could do then is leave you to your lonesome.
We get it. We're all nervous being out here. But making it worse for yourself is going to be a way to get yourself in danger.
Vanilla, Vector did the sweetest thing for you. And if you walked out of here, he wouldn't have been able to give it to you.
He got you the SugarWish special. The only thing we were able to keep safe from those robbers.
Wait, you mean the sweetest ice cream you could ever wish for?
That's right. When he came in here and made the order, he couldn't choose between strawberry or vanilla.
Is that so?
Guilty as charged.
Vector made the right choice and chose strawberry.
You see, Vanilla? When you stay and look at the bigger picture, you start to develop a whole new meaning for it.
This is the most Vector can do for you in a day like this. He's flawed, but we all are.
Guess I got a little over myself. It's been a while since I felt something like this. Thank you, Mr. Vector.
My pleasure, Miss Vanilla.
Well, isn't that just the sweetest thing?
You talking about the situation or the ice cream?
The Skunk Brothers! You're not authorized to be here!
We don't need authorization. You should be the one with authorization because last I checked, you're not a police officer.
Yeah, just some lowlife detective who doesn't get along with anyone he interacts with.
That is completely false.
Yeah, the complete opposite of what we just had a minute ago.
It shouldn't really matter, cause in the end, your life with these people is always going to remain the same.
You're either gonna keep fighting, keep losing, or lose sight of wanting to fight.
And why should that be a bad thing? He would still have the people he cares about around. We're not leaving this place anytime soon.
Listen, Toots, make up whatever sob story you got. You don't stand a chance against us.
Even with the people around you, you don't know their full capability. They could be as weak as a twig.
I'm afraid you forget who we are. We're the heroes of Mobius, and all its dimensions. We can take on a couple of low-level bad guys like yourselves.
Hey! Don't you be calling us low level!
Now you racking up your space in the tolerance scale, Toots.
We've taken on bigger threats than you!
It's all in a day's work, or in this case, a piece of cake.
All you're going to be is just two people in a trench coat under watch from a bigger threat. Here's a little message to them. Bring it.
Oh, that's it! I'm going to get you, you pink baller!
Right as Ruff and Tumble were about to attack everyone, Zavok came in and grabbed a hold of their necks. He was rightfully mad. He threw them outside the bakery. Ruff and Tumble ended up in the middle of the street, where nearby people saw them and gasped. Their truck came up towards them, and out came a platypus with a disappointed look on his face.
Ruff, Tumble, you went against my orders, and for that, you are going to be sent to the nearest police station.
Boss, we tried doing one last.
Why are you sending us to the nearest police station?
Silence! Because of this, we're going to have to give up months of work because of you dimwits.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Ah, Mr. Vector, Dr. Starline.
I know who you are. We've had reports of you walking as a higher-up in every case we've been on.
Oh, guilty as charged. But I shouldn't be seen as the bad guy here. Ruff and Tumble have gone out of line, and I give you the right to do anything you can.
Are you trying to bribe your way out of a crime, Starline? Ruff and Tumble went against your orders.
It isn't bribing if it's a crime I didn't commit. At least, physically. The pawns went down, but the other chess pieces stayed safe.
Uh-huh. And how do you view us in your imaginary game of chess?
Simple, really. Vector and Vanilla, the king and queen. Espio and Charmy, the bishops. Cream and Amy, the knights. And Big and Blaze, the rooks. Simple as that.
Bold of you to assume that, Mr. Starline.
At Dr. Starline.
So no pawns on our side? But what about your side?
It's complicated. Also, our quote-unquote team doesn't work. We only have 2 pawns. I don't know what Zavok would be, but I guess I would be the king.
Well, if you call yourself the king of your side and Vector the king on our side, why not make a deal? Sometimes it's nice when kingdoms come to a compromise. There shouldn't be a war.
You're right, Miss Amy. As for my compromise, I vow to give back all that I've made Ruff and Tumble steal. Months of hard work down the drain, but it cleans out the pipes.
Fine. You've got yourself a deal. Duke it out with your team first.
With pleasure. Zavok, get Ruff and Tumble in the back of the truck. Let's make our way to the police station so we can deliver everything back as soon as possible.
That was a brave thing for you to do, Mr. Vector. I'll take you up on that offer to go on a walk. Meet me at the pier once you resolve everything?
Oh, you got it, Miss Vanilla. I'll meet you there soon.
You did it, Mr. Victor! I'm so happy!
We all are. Nice work, Vector.
Woohoo! Let's celebrate!
We can celebrate by getting things prepared somewhere else. I think closing up the shop again is sadly what we're going to have to do. Big, Blaze, you guys think you can set things up at the Soul Palace?
It would be my pleasure. Any way to help my closest friends. Big, right this way.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Gosh, this has been a crazy day. But I'm glad we're getting things resolved.
Me and Charmy can go back to the office and close up. You go see Vanilla.
We can also give Cream a ride home if that's okay with her. One last hug for good luck!
As the moon was starting to illuminate the evening, Vector saw Vanilla on a bench looking at the moon. He quietly sat down and tried scooting closer to Vanilla. Vector looked over and saw that she wasn't impressed, but Vanilla gave a little smile and scooted closer to Vector. Vector chuckled, and Vanilla looked back out to the moon. Vanilla then asked Vector a question.
What does the moon remind you of, Vector?
The moon? Well, darkness.
Why is that?
Every time the moon comes, it's dark.
What's the brightest thing you have seen come from the night?
Hard to say. As long as it's visible, that's what matters.
What's visible to you, Vector?
You.
And why do I matter to you?
I could ask the same question.
Hard to say. I guess because you remind me of the moon. And you matter because I've never felt this close to someone or something in a very long time. Visible and bright. It reminds me of family. Vector, you don't just remind me of family. You are family.